I am here with a guest, my daughter, 6-year-old daughter, and I am going to teach some physics. You know what is physics, Hannah?
Yes.
What is physics? What is physics?
Kind of like,
It's a science. It's a science with a lot of math, right? With a lot of math. Uh-huh. You understand?
Oh.
Uh-huh. It has a lot of math, right?
Yeah. What's a science?
Science?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Science is it's about how the universe works. So about how the universe works. It's a study about. Let me see. It's a study about how the universe works. How the universe works. Okay. But maybe we ask Alexa. Okay. Alexa, what is science?
According to Wikipedia, science is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge in the form of testable explanations and predictions about the universe. The earliest roots of science can be traced to ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia in around 3000 to 1200 BCE.
And you can say, Alexa, what is physics?
According to Wikipedia, physics is a branch of science. It is one of the most fundamental scientific disciplines. The main goal of physics is to explain how things move in space and time and understand how the universe behaves. It studies matter, forces and their effects.
Well, actually, I like my definition of physics better. Physics is a science with a lot of math. And chemistry is also a science with a lot of math, but not so as much as physics. Chemistry. Do you know what is chemistry, Hannah?
No.
It's a science too. It's a science too with some math. Okay, with some math. Okay. Not as much as physics. Not as much as physics. Okay. Alright, do you understand? Okay. Alright. And there's it's really two main branches of physics. They are, they are Newtonian physics, or classical mechanics, Newtonian physics. Do you know who discovered Newtonian physics?
No.
It was discovered by Isaac Newton.
Not again.
I know. What about another branch of...
A speed of light? Are we doing speed of light?
I know.
Yeah!
Come on. This is really... And another branch of physics is called special relativity. Or it's known as Einsteinian.
Not again.
Einstein physics. And do you know who discovered special relativity?
Daddy.
No, I didn't discover special relativity. I'm not that smart. It's really Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein.
No, that's Daddy.
No, no, no. Albert Einstein.
Daddy.
No. Albert Einstein.
Daddy Einstein.
Albert Einstein discovered special relativity.
That's Daddy.
No, I didn't discover it. And do you know what are the biggest difference between Newtonian physics and special relativity?
Daddy.
No, not Daddy. All right. Newtonian physics is also known as classical mechanics. Known as classical mechanics. Are you with me? And classical mechanics, how many dimensions classical mechanics deal with?
Daddy.
No, that's not Daddy. How many dimensions? Come on, be serious. How many dimensions we're dealing with?
1 billion.
Not 1 billion. We're dealing with X. No, hold on. Is this really Z?
1.
This is X, Y, Z. We're dealing with 3 dimensions, okay?
4 dimensions.
Well, special relativity deals with 4 dimensions. Classical mechanics, or Newtonian physics, or let's say Newtonian physics, deals with 3 dimensions.
4 dimensions.
And what is the 4th dimension?
Time.
Time. Excellent. So the 4th dimension...
What's a time?
Time. Exactly. The 4th dimension is time.
Times.
Time, right? And what is the definition of time? Definition of time. What is the definition of time?
This.
Do you know what's the definition of time? Hannah, do you know what is the definition of time? You already know more physics than me when I was your age. What is the definition of time?
Password.
Alright, I'll tell you. The definition of time is how...
Just get your password.
Alright, it's how long...
Password.
The definition of time is how long you... It's basically the definite how long you wait. That's the definition of time, how long you wait. Okay? Actually, Richard Feynman...
Richard Feynman what? Richard Daddy?
No, not Richard Daddy. Richard Feynman defined time, basically how long you wait. Okay? But you're absolutely correct that the 4th dimension is time. And the 3 dimensions are X, Y, and Z.
Then what
So-
are the old letters?
What is... So,
The speed of light!
well, we'll discuss the speed of light later. Alright, what is...
Daddy?
What is the one dimension? What is 1 dimension?
Daddy.
No, not that. What is 1 dimension?
Me.
Not you. What is 1 dimension? Be serious.
Z.
What?
Z.
Z. Not exactly, but you can think of a 1-dimensional object or thing.
Oh, I mean Y.
Y. It's not exactly Y, but
How about X?
you're almost right. It's really a line. It could be a line X, okay?
Yeah.
A line X, okay? As a 1 dimension. Okay? Okay, my next question is, what is 2 dimension?
Why? I mean,
What is two dimension?
why?
Y
Yeah.
and
Z.
Y and Z. Yes, and yes. You can think of two dimension. This is your Y and this is your Z. So here we have a plane, right?
Yeah.
A plane, like the surface of a table, right?
Wait, you go to another planet?
No, surface of a table, right?
Oh.
For two dimensions, right? You're almost correct. Usually, people when people say two dimension, they will say X and Y, but not X and Z. But X and Z is also correct. All right. My next question is what is
The speed of light.
what is three dimension?
Um,
What is three dimension?
Daddy.
Okay. No. What is three dimension? Be serious. Try to be serious. What is three dimension? A three dimension is a hold on.
W. It's a W.
Not W. You see, three dimension is a type of. It'll be somewhat of a volume, right?
What's a volume?
It's an object.
Microphone.
It's an object which
Microphone.
occupies
Microphone.
space.
Oh, microphone.
Volume is an object. Not necessary. It doesn't have to be an object. Sorry.
I don't have daddy.
It occupies. Volume occupies space. That's volume. And how do you measure 3D? You measure by these three axes: X, Y, and Z. Okay.
Yeah.
Which you could think of. You can think of this as a box, three dimension, and here a surface of a two dimension is basically a plane, and a one dimension can be basically a line.
Are we doing theta line?
All right, speed of light. Okay. All right, I'm gonna. Are you okay? You almost
Yeah.
you fell. Are you all right? You're kind of clumsy. All right. When you
What clumsy?
all right, this is Earth, where you live, and this is the
I can draw Earth.
and this is the Alpha.
You cannot draw Earth. Let me draw Earth.
No, this is the Alpha Centauri system. Sorry, system. System. Okay. And the distance is 4 light years, right? The distance between Earth and the Alpha Centauri system is 4 light years, okay?
Oh.
Right?
Daddy, then we go to theta line. We're still 5. I'm still 6. Then
All right.
I go there. The
Okay.
bigger my birthday is.
All right. You're right now. You're 6 years old, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you travel the speed of light
You're
for 4 years. 4 years to Alpha Centauri system, right? You travel the speed of light for 4 years, and you came back 4 years later. How old you will be when you travel near the speed of light? According,
6.
Yes. If you travel, you're right. Absolutely right. If you travel near the speed of light for 4 years, back and forth between the Alpha Centauri system,
Like this?
uh, you will be exactly 6 years old.
Why?
Why? We call that relativity special. We call that general relativity. Not. I don't want to complicate. We call that relativity. We call that relativity discovered by Albert Einstein. Yeah. I don't understand. Discovered by Albert Einstein. Okay? We call that relativity, but you're absolutely right. If you're 6 years old on Earth and you travel 4 years to Alpha Centauri system and travel back 4 years at the speed of light.
That's 4 years now. That means 8 years now.
Speed of light.
That means this, sleep and go.
Relativity discovered by Albert Einstein. You be 6 years old. But what does Newton said?
Newton said.
What does Newton physics?
Wear glasses.
Yeah, wear glasses. All right, you little rascal. What does Newton say?
All of things are new.
Not all. He will say if you're 6 years old now, and you waited 4 years later to the Alpha Centauri system, and come back 4 years, how old you will be? Newton physics.
6.
No, that's Einstein physics. What does Newton say?
0.
Not 0.
7.
Not 7.
8.
What is 6 plus 4 plus 4?
8.
What is 6 plus... You're right. 4 plus 4 is 8. But what is 6 plus 8?
What? 6 plus 8?
You be 14 years old. 40 years old, according to Newton.
40 years old?
Yeah.
I'm a grown up.
I know, you'd be a grown up. If you believe in Newtonian mechanics, right? So if you travel, but
I'm 40 years old.
yeah. So basically, if you travel, so you're absolutely correct that you'd be 6 years old if you travel at the speed. If you travel at the speed of light, you will be 6 years old. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. But Newton said 6 plus 4 plus 4, you'd be 14 years old. Okay? If you don't understand, that's okay.
Wait for your birthday.
Anyway, this is the conclusion of
Wait for your birthday. And you're dead. Wait.
So you're absolutely correct. The fourth dimension,
Wait for your
It's time.
birthday.
okay, is time. All right.
Wait for the